compared Lynn to Shakespeare.
I knew that Hamilton was going to change my life.
Hamilton is somewhere going, thank you.
Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Ironwood Cancer and Research Centers, providing personalized treatment options through research trials, genetic testing, and counseling, focused on emotional, physical, and social support. Outsmarting cancer one patient at a time.
The closer they get, the closer you get to the world. National Geographic Live presents award-winning photojournalist Lindsay Addario. It's What I Do, a photographer's life of love and war. National Geographic Live.
Today's program is sponsored by RADW CPAs, Business and Financial Advisors, serving the needs of businesses and individuals since 1953.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Early voting began today here in Arizona. A look into voters' options outside of the names listed on the ballot.
The battle over legalizing recreational marijuana continues. How both sides are working to sway voters.
Trick or treat. We look into how Halloween shopping may be giving the local economy a treat of its own.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Carla Liriano.
And I'm Cassie Ronda. Thank you for joining us.
Misdemeanor criminal contempt charges are expected to be filed today against Sheriff Joe Arpaio. A federal judge found Arpaio intentionally ignored a judge's order to stop his immigration enforcement operations.
Reporter Kate Pfeiffer learned more about how the sheriff plans to handle the charges.
Today, I spoke with Arpaio's defense attorney, Mel McDonald, and the director of Puente, Arizona, Carlos Garcia, about their take on the decision to go forward with the trial. Federal prosecutors are going forward in trying Arpaio for intentionally defying a ban on his immigration enforcement practices. McDonald says Arpaio plans to plead not guilty, and he's confident that will be the decision in the case due to Arpaio's long-standing history in law enforcement, his character, and evidence of his compliance.
We are vigorously going to fight that all the way to the end. We've maintained from day one that Sheriff Arpaio has not willfully violated a court order. And in fact, I provided Murray Snow, the judge, voluminous documents showing that office's compliance.
As a movement, we want to make sure Sheriff Arpaio gets taken out and gets taken out for the right reasons and by the right people. That he's set that Sheriff Arpaio becomes an example of how not to be in law enforcement.
Vice Mayor Kate Gallego said in a statement released today that Arpaio should resign immediately. McDonald told me that although Arpaio is discouraged by the decision, he plans to continue to run for his 7th term as Maricopa County Sheriff. In the broadcast center, Kate Pfeiffer, Cronkite News.
In the midst of a controversial election season, voters hitting the polls do have another option: write-in candidates. Reporter Joey Carrera fills us in on the process of writing in your pick for president.
On Monday's Arizona Senate debate, Senator John McCain explained why he denounced his support for Donald Trump.
I have daughters.
But voiced disdain for Hillary Clinton. With no mention of Jill Stein or Gary Johnson, the seasoned senator unveiled his vote for president in the upcoming election.
I think I might write in Lindsey Graham. He's an old good friend of mine, and a lot of people like him. The fact is, I can't, seriously, I cannot vote for either one.
After John McCain withdrew support for Donald Trump, he's received flack on both sides of the political aisle. But if you don't want to vote for the nominee of either party, there are options, 16 in fact, approved for Arizona voters.
We have an official write-in candidate list. Lindsey Graham's not on there.
But if Lindsey Graham, or anyone for that matter, wants their name as a presidential pick, the process is much different, and you don't have to spend millions.
All they have to do is fill out a write-in candidate affidavit form.
It's too late to add any more write-in names for the general election. Of course, there are voters who stray from the write-in list, and that's their right. But Maricopa County Recorder spokeswoman Elizabeth Bartholomew says, if you want your vote to count, you should take it seriously.
We put aside all of the ones that we know are not official. The Mickey Mouses, Donald Ducks, we get a lot of those, just random ones.
The early voting polls open today. The Maricopa County Recorder's Office plans to have more than 700 polling locations on Election Day. They stress the importance of exercising your civic duty at the correct polling location. Find yours online at recorder.maricopa.gov. In Phoenix, Joey Carrera, Cronkite News.
One early voting polling place is on Arizona State University's Tempe campus. And the Vote Yes on Prop 205 campaign brought 2 former DEA agents to school to raise awareness for marijuana legalization. The retired agents were joined by a group of Prop 205 advocates who talked to students in between their classes. Their goal, to inform students on the benefits of Prop 205, the initiative of regulating marijuana like alcohol. Those former DEA agents advocating for marijuana awareness caught students' attention.
I mean, we're taking something now that's already been in use, that drives a lot of income to certain people. It's the underground economy. Now we're just putting it above board. And it's going to be, and if we can legitimately tax it as we do alcohol and other things, it's a huge source of revenue.
I would say to any college student to go out and first research it, but vote this November. Vote.
Meanwhile, the Arizonans for Responsible Drug Policy released this ad today asking people to vote against Prop 205.
My mom says lying is wrong, so why's Big Marijuana say legalizing pot will put $40 million into our education? That's not what happened in Colorado. Here's what their government says.
You do not legalize for taxation. It's a myth. So you're not going to be able to pave streets. You're not going to be able to pay teachers. The big red herring in this whole thing is that the tax revenue will solve budget crises. It won't.
The ad goes on to tell people to do their own research on the proposition.
Every 25 seconds, someone in the United States is arrested for personal possession or use of drugs. Reporter Sabella Scalise is in Washington, D.C., taking a look at the Arizona ballot initiative to legalize marijuana.
Experts at the briefing today say the single largest arrest category in the U.S. is for personal use of drugs, and they say that most of the time, suspects are carrying close to or less than 1 gram of drugs.
We need a new approach, and we need it urgently.
1 in every 9 arrests is made on charges of drug possession. That's true in both Arizona and the nation. The American Civil Liberties Union and Human Rights Watch say those small charges can lead to large problems for those convicted.
The consequences of a conviction can mean that individuals and sometimes whole families are excluded from public benefits such as food stamps, housing, wages and job opportunities, and even the voting booth next month. And for non-citizens, it can mean possible deportation.
With elections in less than 4 weeks, Borden says this is when change must begin. And that change can start with Arizona's marijuana initiative, according to supporters of the ballot measure, which makes possession of small amounts no longer a felony.
They would not be a part of the court system. They would not be a part of the rehab system. They would not be a part of the private prison system. They would simply be healthy, responsible adults.
In Washington, Sabella Scalise, Cronkite News.
The No on Prop 205 campaign said in a statement that this initiative is a public safety disaster and measures like this will only cause future difficulty as it has in other states.
Rising opioid abuse has led to an increase in the spread of diseases from shared needles contaminated with STDs. In a 2015 study, the Center for Disease Control found opioid users were 21% more likely to become infected with hepatitis C. Jesse Canales found out what one group is doing to stop the spread of diseases from shared syringes. Jesse?
After watching their friends and neighbors become infected with diseases through shared syringes, a group of people formed so No Run Prevention Works. Their goal? To bring awareness to the public how to safely clean and dispose syringes.
The alcohol wipes are used to prevent abscesses.
Something as simple as a Band-Aid or alcohol wipe can make all the difference in the spread of diseases among opioid users. Many users are not taught how to clean their syringes and end up sharing infected syringes, spreading diseases among themselves.
I was getting tired of seeing that and seeing them struggle. I knew I wanted to help.
Sydney Craig says she always wanted to be a nurse, and her mother's bedtime stories of nurses in the 70s who did the same thing were one of her inspirations to stop the spread of diseases among opioid users.
I remember thinking of how awesome and how cool they were and how I wanted to do that. and this is kind of my way of doing that.
The group puts together and hands out harm reduction kits to opioid users to stop the spread of diseases from shared needles. Many of the items in the kits are available at pharmacies, but opioid users said they were denied access to them.
People felt dehumanized and they left and shared needles with other people. And that's just kind of the recurring theme throughout people who are infected with hepatitis C through needle sharing in Phoenix.
As of now, Sonoran Prevention Works does not hand out syringes. They say they look to do that sometime in the future. In downtown Phoenix, Jessica Nollis, Cronkite News.
Arizona's 7th congressional district saw one of the country's biggest drops in people without health insurance since the start of the Affordable Care Act. The study says that the uninsured rate fell from nearly 32% to about 19% last year. That drop is the 5th largest in the nation. Despite the drop, Arizona's 7th district currently is still more than twice the 2013 national average of around 9.5%. The rate of those uninsured in Arizona fell from 17% to nearly 11% in 2015.
Uniforms are symbolic in many ways, representing teams and organizations.
But sometimes a work of art can transform that meaning. Coming up on Cronkite News.
The idea is that we reshape and give new form to this uniform.
How one artist is helping tell immigrant stories through Border Patrol uniforms.
Plus, we head down to an Arizona ranch working to keep an old-time sport alive.
I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. All my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. About now.
Tickets are now available for the annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon, held Monday, November 21st at the Sheraton Grand Phoenix. Join media industry and community leaders in honoring this year's recipient, award-winning journalist and CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley. The annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon. cronkite.asu.edu/luncheon.
Some artists craft with clay, others prefer a paintbrush, but Cronkite News reporter Katie Beery found one Arizona artist who uses a government-issued garment to tell the stories of the hundreds of thousands who cross the border every day.
But it's a story that unites us all with a sense of hope.
Like many artists, Margarita Cabrera wants her masterpieces to tell a story, but her materials are different than traditional paint on a portrait.
One of the most important elements of Space in Between is that we are using Border Patrol uniforms.
Cabrera encouraged immigrants from Mexico, Germany, and all parts of the world to embroider their experiences on the green fabric.
We had people coming in the morning, leaving in the afternoon, wanting to stay longer, wanting to come after hours. People were so excited.
And this was the result. Her exhibit premiered at the Desert Botanical Garden last week. Each one of these art pieces, made of Border Patrol uniforms resembling cacti, has multiple unique messages. This one asks for a mejor futuro, or better future.
All too often, you see immigration come down in numbers and stats, and you forget the human stories to them.
It was therapeutic for many immigrants, like Rosa de los Santos from northern Mexico.
In my country, I lived with violence for a long time, so for the security and safety of my children and for the good of my family, I decided to immigrate to the United States.
Cabrera hopes to connect immigrants to the Arizona community for a more shared experience.
So we are brought together by people's immigration stories. These stories are weaving our histories and our pasts and our memories together.
This is crucial, that there are voices that help humanize the communities that are being dehumanized.
To create empathy along the border. In Phoenix, Katie Beery, Cronkite News.
Cabrera's art will be displayed until February at the Desert Botanical Garden. Following that, the exhibit will travel to California, New York, and Washington, D.C.
For ranching families, participating in rodeos is like weekend soccer or baseball games for urban families. Cronkite News reporter Sarah Lichterman raced to a rodeo this weekend in Cottonwood, Arizona, to learn about the importance of Western culture preservation.
My dad did it, and I started riding with him before I could walk.
Rodeos strive to preserve Western culture, and parents plan to keep this tradition alive.
You don't really teach them, they just grew up watching you do it, packing them around before they can even walk, so they just kind of learn as they grow.
Part of the rodeo lifestyle includes barrel racing, ranching, and calf roping, but rodeos also teach children core Western values.
This is a family deal, and I think it just teaches them a lot of respect and how to win and how to lose and on the ups and downs in life, and I think it's a really good culture for kids.
The kids have so much responsibility. They're out there with their horses and animals, taking care of their cattle or their calves and their horses.
These values are passed down through generations to preserve their way of life.
That's what my parents did, that's what we did, and it's just unique that way, that it's generation after generation just doing the same thing, doing it the same way.
My brother and my dad's done it, so I'd be the third generation of bull riding for my family.
Although this is a way of life for many, organizations like PETA are completely opposed to rodeos. Ashley Byrne, PETA's Associate Director of Campaign, says tradition is no excuse for cruelty. In Cottonwood, Sarah Lichterman, Cronkite News.
Later this year, a couple of these children will rope against adults for $100,000 through a national team roping association. To follow these girls and cowboys on their journeys, head over to ArizonaJuniorRodeo.com.
Travel website TripAdvisor is joining forces with animal welfare and conservation groups. Starting early next year, TripAdvisor will no longer sell attractions where people can come in contact with captive wild animals or endangered species. The new policy will apply to attractions such as elephant rides and swim with the dolphin excursions. There are some exceptions, though. Travelers will still be able to book children's petting zoos and aquarium touch pools that have visitors properly supervised. The company will also provide links on its site to inform users on educational research on animal conservation.
It's National Farmers Day, and local farms are setting up pumpkin patches and other fall festivities as Halloween nears.
Coming up on Cronkite News, just how much money some are pouring out for Halloween.
It's slightly hotter than normal out there today. Will the temperature stay above 90? I'll have your full forecast coming up.
Come and play with us.
Onward and onward.
Good ideas open up a whole new world of possibilities.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
The sky is the limit.
Where I go, there you are.
Job openings across the country are on the decline. The U.S. Labor Department says August saw the fewest number of jobs posted in the past 8 months. Openings dropped from nearly 7% to 5.4 million, down from a record 5.8 million in July. Despite the fewer job openings, the Labor Department says the economy is still generating enough jobs to lower unemployment. Struggling Arizona job seekers are getting a second chance at new careers in the financial industry. Cronkite News reporter Alicia Gonzalez tells us how.
Elizabeth Roman Mancera has been working for this dry cleaning company to help support her household of 7. She was making minimum wage.
I do have my younger siblings who aren't working, and it's mostly me and my older sister who are helping my parents.
But she just graduated from the BankWorks program last month, which she says helped land her a job with Bank of America for a much higher pay.
With me being able to get a little bit extra more money, I'm able to help out more with my parents. And of course with college, I won't have to rely on my parents to pay for college. I can save up for myself.
Chiri Falshi is an instructor with BankWorks. She says she teaches her students the ins and outs of a bank.
So some of this information, if you're coming in off the street applying to the bank, you have no idea that this is what to expect as a teller or as a personal banker. These individuals know what to expect.
BankWorks is a national program and just recently came to Arizona. Elizabeth was part of the 3rd Arizona BankWorks class. The free training is paid for by Arizona Women's Education and Employment and Valley Banks, who are looking to hire the BankWorks grads. AWE President and CEO Maria Sullivan says there's a large need for banking positions, particularly in Maricopa County.
So BankWorks was coming with a prescribed program that could help us recruit and fill the pipeline for the employers in the community that wanted to have talent ready and able to work.
Sullivan said about 60% of graduates get jobs the day of graduation. The other 40% will still receive help for up to a year. In Phoenix, Alicia Gonzalez, Cronkite News.
The 8-week program has over 200 people apply, but only has room for 20 participants each session.
From creative costumes to terrifying decorations, people are expected to spend the most money since 2012 on all things Halloween. Dana Lewandowski is at Fear Farm in Phoenix to see what the trick is for giving the local economy a treat.
It costs just $25 to get into Fear Farm here, but that is only part of the $8.4 billion of revenue expected for this Halloween season. This revenue comes from people buying candy, attending Halloween events, buying decorations, or getting that perfect costume you've been waiting to get.
September, and you notice the foot traffic and the consumer demand is starting to pick up. And which means it's just going to be one really long month, of steady flow.
When it comes to heavy spending, haunted houses, ghoulish garb, and trick-or-treaters are just a fraction of what makes Halloween the 3rd highest consumer spending season, according to the National Retail Federation. A Prosper Insights survey estimates at least 67% of Halloween shoppers plan on buying costumes. Groovy Ghoulies sells costumes year-round in Mesa. They keep up with trends and make sure their shelves are stocked with costumes consumers have been dying to get their hands on.
Usually right after Halloween, we kind of start prepping for Halloween. So even though it lasts, a month, we spend the rest of the year preparing for it.
Haunted houses and spooky hayrides are other frightening ways businesses load up on funds during the season. As the night sky fades to black, the terrifying allure of Fear Farm in Phoenix is enough to entice those brave enough to enter. Zach Bussey, the director of Fear Farm, has seen attendance creep up year after year.
This year, we're expecting a bigger attendance than we've ever had. It probably goes up 10 to 20% every year.
Zombies, clowns, and creatures roam the grounds, lurking in the shadows for their next victim. This creepy clown shares what he finds most intriguing about Halloween.
I think the idea of dressing and behaving outside your norm is just charming. I don't get to do this at home.
The magic of this spooky holiday keeps consumers coming back for more. Groovy Ghoulies is open year-round in Mesa, and Fear Farm is open until November 5th. Live in Phoenix, Dana Lewandowski, Cronkite News.
Nice and sunny out there in West Phoenix, and hopefully that weather is here to stay.
For the full forecast, we go to Lauren Hornberger.
If you're looking to head to fall festivals, the Arizona State Fair, could the temperatures be the perfect weather for you? It is cooling down a little bit than what we have been the last couple of weeks. You've got a high of 92 today in Phoenix, 91 in Glendale, 90 up in Surprise, and 88 in Buckeye. But looking back historically, temperature isn't as cool as we usually expect it to be. Normally we're expecting around average 90, it's 94.
the state and nation are getting outdoors and their hands in the dirt.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we head to Washington, D.C. to look at an initiative to get more students gardening.
To lead our country.
This isn't reality television.
I feel like Hamilton reached out from history and wouldn't let me go until I told his story.
I make no apology for my actions. I would do the same again.
How we come so far and yet have so far to go.
Right there, coming up.
In 1920s Melbourne,
Careful with the hand luggage. My pistol's in there somewhere and it may still be loaded.
Phryne Fisher is a detective.
Things could get interesting around here.
Thought they already were.
Who isn't afraid to live a little.
I hope you're not concealing a dangerous weapon under that skirt.
I'm concealing a lot of things. Why do you think you could just run off on your own? Because I'm carrying a gun.
The irresistible series, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
Saturday night at 10 on Arizona PBS.
New health and physical education standards took effect this year in Arizona schools. These include a focus on nutrition and healthy eating, a cause championed by First Lady Michelle Obama. Cronkite News reporter Claire Caulfield was in Washington, D.C. for a special nutrition event at the White House.
In 2009, Michelle Obama opened the White House Kitchen Garden, and last week she celebrated a milestone.
Do you know why I am very excited? Because this is the last White House Kitchen Garden harvest for me. The last time I'm going to be here to harvest the garden, and you guys got to come and help me. So I'm really, really happy that you all are here and you're ready to work.
Kids from all over the nation joined the First Lady, President Barack Obama, and other special guests to pick, cook, and eat the harvest while learning about fruits and vegetables. There are about 200 school gardens in Arizona, and an official with the Let's Move program in Arizona said school gardens help teach kids collaboration, science, math, and of course, healthy living.
How many peppers do you have? One, two, three, 4.
When I spoke to the executive director of Arizona Nutrition and Physical Education, he said Michelle Obama's Let's Move program has greatly increased awareness of nutritional education in Arizona schools. He said he hopes the focus on physical education will continue after President Obama leaves the White House. In Washington, D.C., Claire Caulfield, Cronkite News.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
World War II mega weapons. The Americans land on the island of Okinawa.
Everyone's thinking this is going to be a cakewalk.
But the Japanese have built a 60-mile network of tunnels.
It's death trap, death trap, death trap.
They're hoping the island's going to win the battle for them.
The deadly strategy of the tunnels of Okinawa.
An incredibly brutal way of fighting a war.
On World War II mega weapons.
Tonight at 9 on Arizona PBS. Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Tickets are now available for the annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon, held Monday, November 21st at the Sheraton Grand Phoenix. Join media industry and community leaders in honoring this year's recipient, award-winning journalist and CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley. The annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon. Cronkite.asu.edu/luncheon.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Come and play with us.
Onward and onward.
Good ideas open up a whole new world of possibilities.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
The sky is the limit.
Coming soon to Arizona.